Welcome to the Sisterhood Podcast. Pull up a seat and turn it up, because this season, we're not holding back. This is real life, real faith, and the kind of conversations you didn't know you needed. We're talking about following God when it's messy, trusting Him when it's unclear, and showing up even when it's not easy. No filters, no fluff, just truth, growth, and a whole lot of Jesus. So grab your coffee, slide into the booth, and stay a while. You're not just listening, you're part of this. This is the Sisterhood Podcast. Season 4 starts right now.
Welcome back to another episode of the Sisterhood Podcast. We're glad you're joining us today. Dolly is also joining us.
Yes, and she's a cute baby.
Okay.
She's so pretty. Her eyes are golden.
Okay, you gotta lay down. She's joining us, and today's episode, so we are 10 episodes into season 4. That's so crazy to say,
But yay!
but yay as well. We did this on our very first episode, and so I'm not saying this is midway, but we're just
Probably never going to end this season.
yeah, this season's just gonna go forever. But we're gonna do our real talk. So this is our time to kind of catch up. But anyways, we're gonna share our real talk with you, and then we would love for you to leave yours in the comments. We'll give a place for you to put that. But real talk, our R is right now. So what life looks like currently. E is encouragement, what's giving you strength. A is awareness, what you're learning or realizing. And L is looking ahead or what you're stepping into next. So R right now for me, life is a little chaotic. Stop it. Literally the chaos. So right now, this episode is coming out, and I am in
The heat of summer, literally.
yes, but the last full day of camp, I have I volunteered my week to serve at our church youth camp that the Church of God does. The elementary week, which that was the only way I was comfortable with Tarly going. I grew up going to it.
We did wild things, though. We drank from hoses.
Yeah,
We're lucky to be here.
I think they still do that. I don't know.
Kids today.
But anyway, so during this episode right now, life is crazy. But this weekend, I will be stepping into the ocean water on the panhandle of Florida. I'm very excited and looking forward to that. That's what life is right now. I'm ready for the vacation.
That's must be so nice. Life right now for me is actually different from last year. My family is coming here.
Nice.
They come for the 4th, usually with my sister, and they are doing that. And then while my nieces are hanging out with my sister, they're going to come over to our side and hang out with the boys and us. So they haven't done that in a while, not because they don't want to, but because there's a lot of, busy calendars. They've got 3 different school calendars to consider. So so they're with us and getting to spend time one-on-one with my boys where there's no other kids, which is so nice. And my work life is crazy.
But you're one job.
But I am one full-time job, and loving it. Lots of discovery, lots of good people. Very, very thankful for the opportunity. What else? What else is going on? Still serving at the mill and also serving at a Bible study every other weekend.
Yeah.
But just super thankful for this season in my life. It is nuts.
Yeah.
But it is good. It is a different summer. I feel it's different. The boys are getting older.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the memories are even more important this year.
Yeah. Well, me and Caleb were talking about that the other day.
Yeah.
Just how even last night he was saying just how much Charlie doesn't. She's losing her little girl look. She's starting to just look like not an older girl. We're not trying to rush her growth, but she's losing the baby.
I know.
The baby face, and just even the way she just ran her hands through her hair, and her hair was how we do it, and it just kind of stayed kind of poofed up, and he was just like, "Ugh, I don't like it." And I was like, same. It's just it's not the same anymore, and
it happens so quick.
Yeah. And speaking of Bible study, with our Bible study that we do, we have not forgotten you.
No, it's just summer.
It's summer.
Typically, we do pause for the summer, or we do once a month instead of twice. But
which it hasn't even allowed for that for June and July. July, we may sneak one in.
I think we might have to.
Yeah, we'll sneak one in. But you can always, if you attend those, you can always reach out to us. But we are here for you and we are praying for you. But anyways, so that's where we are right now.
Yeah.
I'm also coming back from Montana, getting off of that whole train.
Super different than last time.
Yes, it was very different. It was very good. I talked a little bit about it 2 weeks ago. But just the opportunity to serve, and it was just one of the days we did a food ministry, and that was just really hard because we were working with a ministry another local ministry out there that does a food bank. And the day that we did it was the most families that they had fed, but the distribution of the food was not being well received on how to do it from the guy that led that ministry. And so when we were giving in abundance at the beginning, by the end, the last few cars, what we gave out was a lot less. And it was still families with like 5 and 6 kids. And it just was really hard and really just, there was one point I walked away. And then at the very end, when it was all said and done, I just went to Caleb and he just held me and he was like, I know. And I'm just sobbing because it was so hard to just sit there and
not have anything.
Like, this is what we have for you. And then the people there on the reservation were making dinner for us. And like, it just is it's humbling and just, it's right here in our country. This is not going out of.
It's not third world.
I mean, it technically is. They are considered third world, but it's right here in our country. I love the Crow people, the Crow Nation. They're great, and they really honored us well. And they had little medallion necklaces they gave us, and it was just
they just love on you guys so much.
It was very unexpected, but very. I don't know. Walked away feeling very grateful. Just that we can plant the seed, but it's initially like the Lord's.
Probably even on the lowest reception of that is like they feel seen.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of times we're the same way. If we don't feel like somebody's trying, then we also just feel it means that either what we're experiencing is invalid or that nobody sees it. So even just you showing up gives them that validity where God sees us. He knows our struggles and he's providing for us if people are willing and if people are obedient. Then he's offering that opportunity for them to meet their needs. So it is a beautiful thing, though, to be a part of.
For sure. So moving into encouragement, what's giving you strength currently?
So I think music is always a big thing for us both. And there is worship album that I have been listening to. My friend Caitlin shared it with me. Legacy Worship is the group. The song right now for me is called Overall, but I've never listened to them. And it's mostly women. There is a guy in there. I just don't really hear him leading anything, but the music is beautiful. So that has been on repeat for me all the time in my car. And then I have been constantly listening to Jamie McDonald, which is just
he's so good.
Yeah, phenomenal.
And same as Megan, mine is always a lot of the time music. I shared again now 2 weeks. Esther has been really encouraging in this season. But also, this is going to sound, so we have a kid in our denomination. He does not go to our church. And you've probably, if you have kids, you've probably heard of him. But his name is Tate Butts. He has 3 songs out. He's working on an album. One of the songs is with Forrest Frank. He's 14 years old, and he has wrote 2 songs. One is called Defender, and then the other one is Brought Me This Far. And for 14 years old, these songs are so powerful. And of course, he sounds like Justin Bieber did when we were kids.
Oh, I love Bieber. And thank you for saying we, because I was a kid.
We were kids when so he's this generation's Justin Bieber. So Charlie is obsessed with him. It's like how we were, again, with Justin Bieber.
He's singing with Forrest Frank.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The song, we've been listening to his songs, and yes, they're great songs, but the encouraging part for me is that my daughter is singing them and just belting them out. And it's, speaking words over her. Let me see. So like the lyrics, the devil thought he had me, but Jesus had my soul. He's the one who has control. Sends down an army to stand by my side. He lights up the path and he shows right from wrong, and he guides me all along. He is the way, he's the truth, he's the life. When I'm walking through darkness, I know in my heart that God is the name that I know. And then the chorus goes into the Lord is my shepherd, yeah, he's my defender, Yahweh. He is great, he is strong, he is mighty. Yeah, that's my God.
Oh,
And so my Charlie is just like belting this out, and I'm like, "Thank you, Lord, that this is like she could be singing anything else,
yeah.
but she's saying that the Lord is my shepherd and he's my defender, and I can
Aw.
hear him talking to me." So that's been I'm like, I'm listening to a 14-year-old sing. Yeah, like she's getting it and she's understanding and knowing, and I'm like, whatever. So that's been my encouragement for sure. But anyways, enough of enough of that. Awareness. What are you learning?
Okay. Well, I'm in a different kind of space right now. So I will say that I am currently bridging what it looks like to have grace, but then also have the hard conversations that nobody else wants to have. I think sometimes I know sometimes we don't want to have these hard conversations. Then by not doing that, we're actually allowing people to operate in capacities that they are either not created for or have not been equipped for.
Yeah.
And that's a leadership problem.
Yeah.
That's not that person's fault. So I think there's a lot of that happening because people don't want to have those hard conversations, whether they think it's judgment or some kind of expectation that they personally have. I think we have a lot of people operating in capacities they're not intended for.
Yeah.
And it really is a disservice to that person. So
Yeah.
I'm learning how to bridge grace into that moment, but also still be bold in what I know and the convictions that I have.
Yeah. And that's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be the bearer of bad news or have the tough conversations about what growth needs to look like. And
Yeah. But it's so needed in
Yeah.
this day and age because everybody thinks that they deserve to be in that position because they've been there for so long. But at
Right.
the same time, like, what are you bringing?
Yeah.
And this isn't not even in the workplace. This is in relationships and like
And I think a lot of this
ministry.
current generation too, and I'm sound like an old person when I say it that way, but there's like an entitlement to something without the effort
Yeah.
or the actual work attributed. And so I think that we've got a lot of things that because we've been so accepting and so non-judgy, we've got so many things that have gotten out of control. And so there's a lot of need for those hard conversations, but with love, and grace. I think that is what I'm learning to navigate well. And then I'm also very much a do it now and get it done. So I am learning a different strain of patience here
Yeah.
in this season of my life, in all places, not just obviously, according to the last episode, I was very patient with the placement of our TV for the last 4 years. But I am learning to not be patient with the things that were not meant to be there, but also be patient with the items that maybe I'd like them to move quicker.
Yeah.
God has a lesson in all of it for us. So
Oh, that's really good.
what about you?
So mine is not spiritual at all. It could be. There probably is some spiritual connectivity to it. But so I have recently started going to a holistic doctor to get to the root of like the issues that I have going on in my body. I don't like the doctor. I don't like Megan knows this. I don't go for like regular checkups. I'm not that type of person.
We don't promote that mentality.
No, I am like, if I'm not sick.
Yeah.
And I think that like for so long, even with like infertility, like I only went because there was a goal in mind, which was to have a child. But when I got diagnosed with PCOS, and especially in this day and age, I mean, I've learned more about PCOS through social media and I'm not saying all of it is correct, but I have learned more about like what it actually is than I did from my doctor. And that's nothing against her that
It's just the truth.
it is. And so I have started going to this holistic doctor and it was to get to the root of like what's going on in my body. All my results that I got back are very common with PCOS and it's like POMS now or something like that. Like the whole name.
Different.
It's metabolic. Like, so they're actually getting to, they're not just saying it's an ovary mess. It's with your metabolic systems. So anyways, I'm still learning the phrases and all of that. But anyways, so my estrogen was way high, my progesterone was way low, and then my testosterone was way high. And so for both of those things to be at a normal level, I needed my progesterone to be at a normal level to balance those things out. And there were some other things. But anyway, so I've been taking progesterone now for, this will be,
2 weeks.
yeah. When this episode comes out, it'll be like 3 weeks. But wow, I didn't realize like how truly, like I knew I was waking up feeling so fatigued and like I could sleep 8, 9 hours and then still wake up and be like, I could sleep some more. So just not realizing how, can you, not realizing truly how much was going on in my body. So I've become really aware now just about what I'm putting in my body. And I say I'm a very picky eater, so I wasn't willing to try new things. And I like Dr. Pepper, so I wasn't really, but now I'm like, if I'm going to pay the money to
Yeah.
fix what's going on and to help normalize and balance things out, like
Right.
there are some things that I need to put aside.
Yeah.
And so the way that I have felt in the past, like I feel I'm like, so this is what it feels like to, I don't want to say normal,
Some
but
sense
to
of
like
balance.
feel alive. Yes. And getting my hormones balanced has been such a game changer in just my everyday. I don't know. I don't like when I would get home from working, and I mean, I do a desk job at the church. I mean, I am moving and that as well, but I would get home and then I wouldn't want to do anything that I needed to do here. I didn't want to clean. I didn't have to do more. And I've been more productive in getting stuff done here. Now, this week has been crazy, but just having, I guess, the desire, like it's because I have energy, because I feel good. And so I think for me, like obviously the goal in all of this is not for it to produce a child. If that happens, thank you, Jesus. But at the same time, like I just want to be the best version of myself, healthy and whole for myself, but for my husband and my child, so that I can get on the floor. But she's not on the floor much anymore. She's usually right beside me. But I can play with her. Like she asked me to go on a walk with her. I can go on a walk with her and enjoy those things and not be just worn out. So that's my awareness piece, what I'm learning and realizing.
I love it.
So looking ahead, uh, just talked a mouthful. What are you stepping into next?
Nothing.
School. School is next.
School's coming. Yeah. School's coming.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But it is.
A lot of my stuff right now is, and I'm very thankful, it's work related. And there's a lot of growth that I have to accomplish over the next couple months for my role, which is good. There's a lot of education in that. And I find myself, which I think is really nice. Nice is not the right word. I think it's really cool how I personally am finding a deeper need for worship and more of the word as a result of the things that I know on my own are difficult at best.
Yeah.
So I'm super thankful that because of a foundation of not always doing the right thing, not always seeking God when I needed to, but trying to train those things, that my response to a lot of the overwhelm is that.
Yeah.
And that has been really, really good. A lot of growth coming there. Classes, I've got to go to Texas a little bit here and there.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Maybe.
it'll be good because I'm going to learn a lot. It's like drinking from a fire hose.
Yeah.
But I am excited for the boys to be in school this fall. I still don't know who their teachers will be. So there's that.
No.
Such a terrifying thing as a parent. And I didn't know that was going to be the thing that made me the most nervous.
Yeah.
Not knowing their teacher. Outside of that, we still have our normal trip end of July. So that is something we are looking forward to. And then I don't know. Future. What does the future hold? I think that's the immediate future.
Yeah.
And like I said, I would like to not put a Christmas tree up because I feel like it'll live in my house for 4 years rent free, and then I'll put it up in 3 hours.
Goodness. Well, I know
I will definitely put up several Christmas trees. It's going to happen, but
ours is just usually 2. Well, I would put up more. Oh, where they would go.
there you go. I could find places for you.
But for me, looking ahead, we are hopefully going to be starting CAMS. We're supposed to have an interview. It's July 14th. And this is where, like, I got the email today about it. And it was like, if you can't be here for this July 14th interview, then we will hold your application until November for the next round of interviews. And I was just like, this is a 2-week notice for an interview in the middle of summer, and people are already going to have things scheduled and planned. And so I sent an email today and I called my dad and I was just like, is this how it normally, like, I was like, I went back over the application. Like, I didn't, like, they said interviews would take place in the summer, but they would be, like, it didn't give a date. And so there was no way to prepare like what that date was and when the interviews happen or when we're in Florida on vacation. And so I was like, I don't feel like it's fair that we get
kind of consequences for something that
we
don't
just
have
are fine. Yeah. And like this, our trip, our family vacation has been, pre-booked for 6 months. And so I am praying, and my dad is going to try to praying for favor mostly, but if it doesn't work out and we're not able to virtually interview with them or have another date, I guess we'll start in November and we will look for it then. But just really, so that's one thing we're looking ahead to. Obviously, this weekend I leave for vacation. So that will be very much looking forward to just doing nothing. We'll be in a house with a bunch of kids. Looking forward to that. Yeah. And then just really, I'm excited just for, I don't know, just what God's going to continue to do through this, what other doors He opens. I'm still getting different like feedback from my devotional. Like my 3rd grade teacher, she reached out to me and told me that she had shared it with someone that needed it. And so I don't know. It's just everything that's happened with it has been completely because that's the way God wanted it to be, not because. So I'm expectant and hopeful for growth and opportunities to come from it, not for my benefit, but for those that are in seasons of waiting. And I did get to share it with, she's an influencer on social media, and she shared it on her page.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I'm hoping that it gets out there to people. But anyways, that's really all. It's not like big thing. CAMS is a big thing to look
Life
ahead
is a
to.
big thing now.
But yeah, just expectant for what the Lord's going to continue to do and where He leads, and just like last week's episode, saying yes and not staying in the hallway.
Yes. Yeah. Walking through. Yeah. Not too.
But anyways, that's our real talk.
Yeah.
And we hope you enjoyed this episode.
And we hope you'll share your stuff.
Yeah.
In the comments, what you're navigating, what you're walking through, what's encouraging you.
Yeah. We would love to hear it. We would love to be there for you. And as always, if you are going through something and you don't have necessarily a church body or a Bible study group or whatever that you feel like you can connect with or share with, we would love to pray for you. We've done it many times through our DMs, and we would love to just love you and let you know that you're not alone
and support you through it.
Yeah. So
we need each other.
Yeah,
so thank you for joining us.
And we will see you next week.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for being part of the Sisterhood podcast today. We don't take it lightly that you chose to spend this time with us. And our prayer is that every episode leaves you feeling encouraged, seen, and reminded that God is still working in your story. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone you love. That's one of the biggest ways you can help us grow this community and continue reaching more women with honest conversations and real faith. You can also follow along with us through the Sisterhood Collective for more encouragement, updates, and community throughout the week. Until next time, keep showing up, keep trusting God, and remember, you were never meant to do this alone. We'll see you next episode.